be doing some roasted chickpeas. I've got them drained here, and I'm just doing 1 can. I'm gonna split up because I can't decide if I want some spicy or if I want some sweet. So we're gonna do 2 flavors today, and I've already drained these, and I just used a colander, and it's didn't rinse them or anything at all. I'm just gonna use that aquafaba as kind of my base for the chickpea instead of doing any oil. It makes it a little bit simpler, and also I don't want to waste that. Like, it was there for a reason, so might as well use it. So I've got my chickpeas out here all ready to go, and all I'm gonna do is some for the sweet, some sugar and ground cinnamon, and just do it as much as or as little as you want. You don't want them to be overly sweet, but you want to know that you're having them. So this is probably a teaspoon, I want to say, that I took. Not even a full teaspoon. I'm just using a regular teaspoon that you eat your breakfast with or your cereal or whatever. And then the cinnamon. This is probably going to come out to be about 1/4 teaspoon to a teaspoon. That's a huge jump, so 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2. There's that. And for spicy, I'm just gonna use the same mix that I did for the pesto quinoa chickpea concoction that we made for Evan's lunch. I'm just gonna do the cayenne pepper, chili pepper, and garlic powder. That's my favorite combination for spicy. Now, if you have any suggestions for like a sweet and savory to go together, since this is sweetly savory, hey, that's pretty clever. I'm doing sweet and savory. Ah, look at me, wordplay. So if you have any suggestions for a sweet and savory to go together, say put that in your one trail mix bag, then feel free to comment down below. But I'm gonna do this because this is definitely one of my favorites to do for a savory chickpea snack. So we like garlic in this house, so I'm just gonna lay on some garlic. It's probably gonna be about the same measurements for that cinnamon, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. And the cayenne pepper. I don't want to do too much of that because that's real kicky, but we want to know that we got a little spice in our life, other than your friends and your family and your jobs, probably. All right, and then the chili powder. Let's hit this guy. He hasn't been. Got everything on him. And there we are. So, gonna put these in the oven for about 1/2 an hour. We'll check halfway through, do a little shaky shake in there, and also right before we get started in the oven, let's go ahead and coat these then, the whole thing. Get your hands in there. There we are. So we'll stick these in the oven 15 minutes, do a little shaky shake, take them out 15 minutes later. We'll see how they're doing, because you want them to be nice and crispy. I've got the oven at a toasty 480. Now remember, this is a gas oven, so I do put it up a little bit higher just because it's not an electric oven, and those tend to heat up differently than gas ovens. But if you want to do 480 and you got an electric oven, that's still good too, because we are doing roasting as opposed to, like, for the granola, you don't want to burn it to a crisp, and that's usually done at 250. So I've got this at 480. I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in, and then we'll be back in about 15 for a little shaky shake. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check the chickpeas now. It's been about 15-ish minutes, and I'm playing camera person for myself today, so don't mind me doing a little bit of double hand time here. So, and pot holder would be fantastic here. So you can see the chickpeas are coming together real well. Might be a wee bit tough, but the cinnamon sugar ones are drying out real nice here. And so are the spicy ones. You can see there's like little white crackly bits to them, and that's a real good sign. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do these up. Just shake them around. Now I don't think these are actually gonna need another 15 minutes, maybe just, they might be done now, but you know what? I'll give them another 5, just for good measure. And the way that you can know that they are super duper done is you can smell them. Now I could start to smell them a little while ago, but that's just them starting to heat up. But if they smell like they're burning or anything like that, because we've got them at that 450 degrees, then definitely go ahead, take them out of the oven. But I'm just gonna put these in for about another 5 minutes and see where we are. Then I'll stick them in their little containers. We'll be ready to go. So we're back. I decided to call it on the chickpeas because it had been about 5 minutes and I just wanted to, you know, not burn them. So that was about 20 minutes, give or take. And this is our finished product right here. We've got the sweet sugar and cinnamon, and then the spicy with that cayenne and chili and garlic. You can see that they've bursted and they roll around quite easily on the pan. So that's what you're looking for. You're aiming for roasting these chickpeas. Now you're gonna want them to completely cool before putting them away in a container. I typically do use the mason jars because it's me and I use a lot of mason jars, but believe it or not, I actually don't have enough for this because I wanted to do 2 because they're 2 different flavors. But actually, I'm gonna be taking these on a nice long walk, so I'm gonna take the Tupperware route this time. Now, you can use a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, depending on how many chickpeas that you're gonna be doing. If you're gonna do a whole can, just one flavor, these 2-cupper ones should be totally fine. And these are the ones that we used for the pesto turkey quinoa video. So that's the same one here. And I'm gonna wait until those are completely cool to put them away. And you want an airtight lid. That's really all we're looking for. Don't put them in like a Ziploc baggie or in something like that. You can't guarantee that there isn't gonna be air that's gonna seep in and make them soggy and wet. And if you don't eat them quick enough, they do last up to a week. Then they can get a little moldy tasting. But to be honest, these are not gonna last that long for you because you're just gonna wanna munch on them. I substitute these for potato chips. That's what I used to do a couple years back. I would roast up a lot of chickpeas and just have that as my snack instead of potato chips because I started working from home and I just wanted to eat. I was bored. You know how it is working from home. You're finding things to do to occupy your time. Let's be honest. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna roast up some chickpeas and have that as my snack instead of potato chips or Chex Mix or whatever. So it was a really great idea. I loved it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and taste a couple of these. They're sweet ones. It's not overly sweet, but I can taste the sugar on them. And it's probably because the sugar does burn off a little bit or cook off. But I do taste the cinnamon and it's nice and warm on there. And these spicy ones, these are gonna have a bit of a kick. And wait for it. Yep, there's the chili powder. Because you get the garlic at first. That's what first hits you. And then that chili and the cayenne mix, that blend, it packs a punch. So I really hope that you try these. If there are other flavor combinations, like I said, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know if you like this, if you like other flavors, what I should do. Because, you know, doesn't hurt to have other flavor combinations in your back pocket. And so like, subscribe, and please do ring the bell for notifications. I post my videos typically on Sundays, so be on the lookout. You ring that bell, you'll be told right away when it's posted. You'll get a little pop-up on your device, and you can just go ahead and watch it then, or you can save it for later. And make sure to check out my other playlists. I've got Sweet Secrets, and I've also got All Things Dinner if you're looking for good dinner ideas. And if you have any other ideas for like vegan dishes or whatever, I'm really looking for some good vegan ideas. And not to say that we're going vegan, but I want to have ideas out there for people who are looking for budget-friendly meals, because everybody needs to change things up once in a while. So if you got some thoughts, you got some ideas, pass them along, and be really appreciated. See you again next time.